Whoops. Forgot to add my video to the stream, guys. Hope everybody's doing great today. Already see Mariah faithfully in the podcast. You guys go check out Mariah 49 Faithfully at the 49 Faithfully podcast. They do an awesome job every week over there, guys. Go check them out. Drop them a like, drop them a subscription. I would appreciate it, man. They're awesome. Thanks for chiming in, man. And yeah, I know the playoffs are just starting right now, but I haven't been able to get any shows in, um, when I want to. And so I figured right now, before the playoffs, before we get too far into the playoffs, that I'll get something going because I know I'm going on another show tonight with Celts Chronicles. So you guys go check out Celts Chronicles as well as my other buddy that's in the chat. 49ers First Takes is another great one, man. So you guys go all drop them a like, drop them a subscription, or drop them many likes, many subscriptions, and many chimes ins, many tune ins. That would be great, guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Like I said, I kind of just had a lot of things going on in the playoffs, trying to get everything going before that. So I don't have too much of a structure for the show. I have a mess full of notes that I can go over, but I just want to go an all-around preview. If anybody would like to call in and give their thoughts, that would be awesome, man. I would love to hear what everybody's thinking, how they're feeling. In my opinion, I think the Cowboys fans sound a lot more confident than what they are. I think they're trembling in their little space boots right now. I think they've been kind of dreading this whole week, if I'm being honest. That's how I think they feel, and I think with good reason. First and foremost, we played them last year. We were on the road. The roles were reversed a little bit. We were on the road. We go to the Cowboys Stadium. We go and beat them. We had Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. Say what you will. I know people don't like me making the comparison of Jimmy Garoppolo to Brock Purdy. I'm going to do it for the sake of conversation. It is what it is. It's their professional careers. We're not talking about them as human beings. We're talking about them as a professional player, their professional performance in the NFL. So it's up for fair discussion. It is fair game, guys. We beat the Cowboys last year with Jimmy Garoppolo, as I said. This year, we have a revamped person at that quarterback position. Or I guess you could say we have a revamped role in that quarterback position, man. Brock Purdy is doing so much more than Jimmy Garoppolo did with this offense. So I think it's good that the 49 or the Cowboys fans are kind of sleeping. I think they don't really understand what Brock Purdy is doing for this team, what he's bringing to this team. And I just can't wait for them to find out tomorrow, man. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the link real quick. And if anybody wants to call in, go ahead. That would be great. But no pressure. You guys let me know your guys' thoughts or questions in the chat as well. But like I said, man, Brock Purdy has helped this offense get to a whole new level. Another guy we didn't have last year was CMC, who's helped out the offense, of course, outside of that Chiefs game, which doesn't really count. He was only here for like 2 days before that Chiefs game. CMC, we're undefeated with him now outside of that Chiefs game. And so that's part of it. And then you just add Brock Purdy to that. So it's like a double positive. And I really don't think the Cowboys fans understand that. I know there's that radio show that went and talked about CMC, that it's unfair that the 49ers have CMC on top of all this other talent, that hopefully he gets hurt and this and that. Oh man, that's some bitch ass shit, honestly. It's crazy to me, the unprofessionalism and just the overall disgustingness as a human being. It's weird, man. In my opinion, it's because they're scared. They're a bunch of marks, man. Straight up. So, you know, like for me as a 49er fan, if we don't beat the Cowboys at their best, then we haven't beat the Cowboys. And so there's always going to be that lingering thought in the back of your head, like, well, we didn't beat them at their best, so who knows what would have happened, unless we just completely mollywop them, which a hot take I said was 49ers 49-10 they win the game. But let me check some of the comments real quick. We got my boy Jaguayo in here backstage. Real quick, I'm gonna just hit some of the comments. Like I said, 49ers First Takes is also in here. Corey Davis. What's up, Corey Davis? Hope you're having a great day today, man. And I don't remember if Corey was going to the game today. Tommy Huxley says Cowboy fans are clowns. Yeah, for the most part, I haven't really met any cool Cowboys fans that I can think of outside of my lady's aunt is actually a big Cowboys fan. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about that as well, guys, because so my lady, she doesn't really watch football. She don't really care. I gotta kind of sit her down and like ask her to watch something with me on like Brock Purdy so she can understand what is going on with the 49ers' situation right now, the whole backstory, the whole reason why the NFL world is marveling at this kid. And I really want her to understand it. So it's just not a bunch of hoopla going in one ear and out the other. Um, and one thing is like the dude I'm doing work for right now for remodeling houses, he called me up and he's like, "Did you see that guy? He put like $3.7 million on the Cowboys game." And that dude doesn't watch football either. He doesn't know shit about it. So these guys are now having interest in the game. They both want to watch this game this week. So there's a lot of hype, man, that even non-football fans are chiming into. But I'm going to bring Jaguayo in real quick, and then I'm going to knock out some of these comments in a bit as well. Jaguayo, good to hear from you. How you doing, man?
We're doing well, and yourself?
Doing pretty good, man. Honestly, I unfortunately I had to start during the playoffs as soon as the playoffs started, but it is what it is, man. I have to get in where I fit in. So
Yeah,
yeah.
you got to do what you do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
So,
go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say, that if you think about it, um, a lot of the so-called media, they break down everything, and everybody's going for the Cowboys, like all the people on ESPN and all those other NFL Network. Um,
Uh-huh.
but they say, well, the Cowboys are better than they were last year. Yeah,
Mhm.
but we're better. We're a better team. I think we've improved. If you think about it, I think our offensive line, which I was a little bit concerned about coming into the year, have
Mhm.
played great. They're a very good offensive line. Uh, you think
Yeah.
about McGlinchey with his the big injury that he had to his hip and stuff.
Yeah.
He's been a warrior, and I know that people don't like him a lot. Some people don't like him, but hey, he's played really, really well. He played great against Max Crosby. Nothing, nothing. He played great against the Commanders. I know he gave up, I think, one sack on that, but I
Mhm.
mean, still overall, don't you think he's played better this year than last year?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I knew there was going to be hiccups coming into the season. I was really surprised coming off that injury that you're talking about that Mike McGlinchey, he didn't have an off season really. He came in a week or two before the regular season started, and they threw him in the starting role right away. He didn't even get really any time to start building some muscle and put some weight on. So
Yeah,
I thought they threw a lot on him right away. I thought they should have let somebody like Jordan Mills, who was a guy we signed and was looking really good in practice. I don't know if anybody remembers Jordan Mills. I think they brought him in from the Browns, I think it was, but
yeah, yeah,
a lot of the journalists were talking about him saying on one-on-ones he was beating even Bosa, a lot of the really good rushers for the 49ers defense on one-on-ones. But I guess the problem was with him was just the getting thrown in a game time situation. The more mix of bodies was being a little more difficult for him. I thought they should have gone that route to start off with, but hey, man, Mike McGlinchey stepped up to the plate in a really good way. He started getting banged up towards the middle of the season, I think, and he started to decline. And then Jake Brendel was another guy who kind of started the season off rough. And then, he
yeah.
was a big talk of the O line and he ramped things up as well, man. So I think that bye week when it hit was good for McGlinchey, getting him some rest. And yeah, man, they just been up in their game little by little. And it's really awesome and encouraging to see, man.
The other thing is that some fans forget. Bosa didn't got injured on the playoff game against the Cowboys. He didn't even play
Yeah.
in the
Second
second
half.
half. Well,
Yep.
actually, he got hurt right near the end of the first half, and they took him out to check him, and he didn't even play. And
Mhm.
we still put pressure on Dak. So I think that the other thing the guy that I want to give a lot of props to is Greasy. Think about it.
Yeah.
He came in out of the booth, okay? Out of the
Mhm.
booth. Came in, never coached, never coached. And then the job that he did, getting all these guys prepared, and going from Trey Lance and immediately Jimmy get in there and then really working with him. And
Mhm.
then with Purdy, he's that's a lot of good coaching right there from Greasy. What do you think? Don't you think he deserves a lot of credit?
Oh yeah, man. It's not like we have a guaranteed specified chart of where he's made an impact, but the eye test, man, is like, one of the big questions I had with Kyle Shanahan was, can he develop a quarterback, which he's never done with Trey Lance? That was the big
Yeah.
thing. And Jim Harbaugh came, and I was kind of flirting with the idea of maybe Jed York kissing Jim Harbaugh's ass and making up to him, maybe get him in the building because he had developed two quarterbacks, Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick, both had success in the beginning with Jim Harbaugh. So
Yeah.
Brian Greasy, as soon as he shows up, all three of the quarterbacks are having their best season. I think they shot low with Trey Lance. I think they should have not been so gun shy with him. The passes he was making, even in the rain. Oh my God, that guy! He had a lot of potential before he got hurt. So curious to see how another offseason, how Trey Lance could look under Brian Greasy. Man, kudos to him.
Yes. And the other thing was, in the last game, they say, "Oh well, Dak, they destroyed the Tampa Bay," but Tampa Bay's looked slow. They looked
Yeah,
slow. Their linebackers, Devin White. I was like, "What's going on with this guy? He used to
yeah,
be a killer," and they just completely looked like not prepared, not ready to go. They looked old. I don't
yeah.
know what happened. So, but if we play good, if Purdy takes care of the ball, gives it to the playmakers, no mistakes, plays no dumb penalties,
Mhm.
and we can run the ball. We can run the ball. I
Yeah.
think we're gonna take care of business tomorrow. So, but I'll let you go. And thank you very much again for letting me come on for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And you stay safe and stay blessed. And let's go Niners.
Hey, likewise, Juguao. Thanks for coming on, man. If you we don't have any callers backstage, so if you end up wanting to call back in, go ahead. But yeah, bro, always good hearing from you, man. Have a great
All
day.
right, man. You take care.
All
Okay.
right,
Bye
take
bye.
care. All right, that was awesome. Thanks to Juguao for that. One thing I was gonna say, what was it about? I was talking with Grant Cohn yesterday, and we were talking about how if the 49ers can possibly make the Cowboys one dimensional, but somehow the conversation got to where, can the Cowboys force the 49ers to get one dimensional? And I said, I don't think so, man. We've shown, like, earlier in the season, the 49ers, when the run game would get stopped, Jimmy Garoppolo even was I felt like there was a lack of confidence in him, but he was showing all the good signs of the 49ers were better offensively when it came to the pass. And so, I thought it would be a great idea to start opening the run game with the pass game. So start with the pass game, let that open up the run, and vice versa. This is the same thing with Brock Purdy, and to a whole nother level, I think, is even if the run game starts out slow, you can open it up with everything else. And at some point, the 49ers are going to be able to run it. So um, as long as the 49ers don't get too one dimensional and stay balanced, they should be able to do some good things. I got my boy Corey Davis backstage. I'm going to get through a couple comments real quick just to catch up on him. Damian Lee says, Mike McCarthy just guaranteed a win. I want whatever he's drinking. Of course, he wants to guarantee and come out confident, man. His job is on the line right now. And that's pretty interesting. Two back-to-back playoff seasons, and man, I think he's really on the hot seat. He might get fired after this game if he loses to the 49ers. Tommy Huxley says a new level of confidence and power, 100%. I think the whole team feels it. You feel the aura radiating through the whole stadium. Tommy Huxley says, Damian, that's a bad omen. The Lambs did that last season. Oh, no. Uh-oh. McCarthy is coaching for his job. Yup. We got Brandon Ferrigno in here. You guys go check him out over there at the Forever Faithful podcast. Drop him a like and a subscription as well. Corey says he's not going to the game. And Ray Estrada or Roy Estrada, I can't see the letter too much, says, no need to hate. You can go low because we are coming. Cowboy fans worldwide, nothing but respect, but coming hard. Hey, likewise, man. I'm just very confident in our team and what we can do. We've seen it over the past few weeks. So I'm just speaking from a place of confidence. As you know, I'm always respectful towards fans that are respectful towards me. Once I start hearing the bullshit come out, then I start going off. Corey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
Did you start watching the playoffs just yet?
No, not yet. I'm about to.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, me too. As soon as this is over, what's on your mind today?
Uh, the 49ers beating the Cowboys.
No specifications. You just feel really good about it.
Yep. I
Right
think
on, man.
I'm feeling strong. But because we got too many weapons on our offense
Yeah.
and too many weapons on our defense.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm feeling strong that we can go in there and the Cowboys. Uh, like we've been saying, contain um Prescott.
Yeah.
Contain him, don't let him get loose. And I was, listening to the guy guest on Jada Bay. So they should have watched Jada Bay and see that guy says that well, I just said his name. Prescott likes to roll to the left a little bit. He kind of, when he runs, he goes to the left a lot. And,
Mhm.
and then he said that their left side of the line is hurting. So that was he was worried about. So hope both of them read that and watch that show and say, let's go get him. Do you think both are gonna get a sack in this game?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, man. I know there's a Cowboys fan that came in here and it's pretty much blasphemy what he said, but we'll see what happens with Micah Parsons if he gets any sacks. But that dude was predicting 5 to 10 sacks. I was like, man, that's damn near impossible in the NFL. But okay.
Yeah.
Now when it comes to Bosa, I could see him getting 2 sacks. I think that would be a pretty good performance. We'll see. I think the quarterback hits are going to count a lot as well towards getting Prescott, flustered in the pocket, get him uncomfortable. So not just the sacks, but the quarterback hits. I'm going to look
Yeah.
for that. Yeah. Hopefully Drake Jackson's going to be active today so he can help out with the rotation. We need our defensive tackles to really play really strong today, man. I want to see how Javon Kinlaw comes out. I feel like he's kind of had a lackluster performance, but he just came back from injury. So hopefully he's ready to ramp it up, especially with 2 extra days of rest this week, man. So Javon Kinlaw, we're rooting for you. We're not rooting against you, man. We just hopefully you play better today. Make a bigger
I think
difference.
they might shoot him. I haven't heard, but because of Ambicon, his ankle, they say he's
Yeah.
full to go, but
Yeah.
they might let Drake Jackson come in, suit him up in case
They better.
Bond can't go all the way.
Yeah. Ebicom was limited But the good sign is that he was limited on the first day of practice. So he was there the first day of practice and participating to a limited extent. Same thing with Juwan Jennings. And then I believe Kinlaw as well with his knee. So that's all good signs for them that it was early in the week that they were limited. So they should be full go now. We'll see if I don't know, man. You know how it is with the NFL medicine and shooting players up to not feel any pain as well. But let me
Yesterday I was on this other thing and it was a live Seattle fan in it. And she was like, it was a woman. And she was like, oh, I showed her my room because you asked me, who are you a fan of? I said,
Buh.
look at all this for me and stuff. She said, you need to take all that stuff down and go burn it. I said, nah, you need to go take the Seattle stuff and burn it. 49ers are better. See, we swept you this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah. What
So you need to go burn your Seattle stuff.
It's hard to go stop smoking that shit. Damian Lee says sooner or later this era Niner fans will realize the Cowboys are our rivals and not the Seahawks. The history proves it. Yeah, man. I mean, at this point, I'm a rival against any NFL team. Some more than others, but you know, with time, you're going to learn to hate all NFL teams outside of the 49ers if you haven't already. I'm curious, you know, because he says this era of 49er fans as well. And I would like to see like the demographic of how young this 49er fan base is now.
Yeah.
You know,
It's pretty young.
yeah, it's great that it just keeps growing and growing through the eras, continuing the legacy, passed down from generations. It's pretty cool. Roy, I think it's Roy Estrada says, "Quit believing the media hype because the game is played on the field, not via media bias. This is the matchup of being watched by millions." Yes, that's true, man. You know, the Cowboys fan base is pretty widespread, I would say. But the 49ers fan base, I feel, is even more widespread. No matter where I go, I see 49er fans everywhere, more often than Cowboy fans. And I do, you know, I hear the stuff that the media says, and I believe them to a certain extent because I think they're just seeing what we're seeing. And the consistency in the way these teams have played recently is a big reason why. You know, like with the Cowboys, for example. Let me see. The last 4 games. Let's go over the last 5 games. Let's go through the last 5 games of the Cowboys. So they played the Buccaneers. They beat them 31-14. They lost to the Commanders 6-26. They played the Titans 27-13. The Eagles, they barely beat them to the second string quarterback 34-40. And then they lost to the Jaguars 34-40. Close game with the Texans as well. So pretty inconsistent, man. The reason as 49er fans that we are so confident is because of the consistency. 4 straight games with 37 plus points, guys. 4 straight games, 37 plus points. Not 37 points, over 37 points. 37 and over. Not only that, 7 of the last 8 games are over 30 points. 7 out of 8 games over 30 plus points. We're straight molly-whopping teams, guys. Roy Estrada, much respect, but this is why I'm telling you, man, even when the 49ers can score even more, they don't. We rest our starters. We will be right at the goal line. We can score another touchdown and we just kneel at the goal line. That has happened like 5 times in this last stretch of games, man. So we could be scoring even more than what we have been scoring. So Roy Estrada, like the media goes to a certain extent, but we've been watching the games very closely. We cover the team very closely, so it's not the media, man. We're there. We dove deep into this, tinfoil hats on and everything.
Yep.
Roy Estrada
Yeah.
says, "Keep your channel rolling, even though we support opposing teams. It's all about the competition and love for the game. Go boys!" Yeah, man. True
Yep.
story, and it makes for great content. Makes for a great time. A lot of good times, and historic. We're gonna be looking back at this one day, and reminiscing on this game that hasn't happened yet.
Yep.
Do you have any thoughts, Corey? Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, I haven't really seen a lot of Cowboy fans till they got in the playoffs and won a game. And then I seen them around in California. When I went to Tahoe, I finally seen one or two. But 49 fans was like, hey, Corp, hey man, 49ers. So
Yeah.
everywhere you go, you're gonna run into a 49er. See, I'm going to Louisiana in April, probably run into a lot of 49ers out there.
I'm a remix that Tupac song. I was gonna say every other city we go, every other video, no matter where I go, the Niner gang shows.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
real quick, Tommy Huxley, what's up, man? He says we can't turn the ball over. That's priority one. Number two is no field goals, only touchdowns. Number three is pressure Dak and contain those lanes. I like those keys to the matchup. I like them a lot, man. Priority number one is we can't turn the ball over. I agree with that, man. I think we can. I think with how explosive our offense is, we can afford, just if it were to happen, of course you don't want to, but I think we can afford a turnover if such happens. Mistakes happen, but we'll see. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing it. Knock on wood. But yeah, definitely, ball security is going to be one. You got any thoughts on that, Corey? On number one key to the game?
Yeah. We definitely, no mistakes, no turnovers. But we could probably have one, but I don't like and just like you said, he said no field goals. Maybe we can kick some field goals because Dallas sure not right now can't kick them.
Yeah.
So shoot, they the ones don't have to worry about trying to score.
I think it depends on the situation as well. Like last week against the Seahawks, I didn't like how the first drive we drive all the way down the field, 4th and 2. Kyle just goes for a field goal. I'm like, at that point, like they can't stop the offense. Just go for the damn touchdown. In that situation, I go for it. But yeah, like you said, Corey, that's a great point about if the Cowboys are going to be playing Brett Maher, and one thing that came up was T.Y. Hilton, the wide receiver for them. He stepped up and said that he can play kicker. He's made a lot of game-winning field goals in high school and or maybe just in high school. I think maybe college too. So T.Y. Hilton, the wide receiver, said he'll step up if Brett Maher doesn't get it together. They also brought in another. They brought in another kick out. Wait up. I'm gonna mute you for a second, Corey. There's a lot of background noise. There was another kicker that the Cowboys brought in for a workout. His name is Tristan Vizcaino, I think is how you pronounce it. Vizcaino, as insurance. But like I said, T.Y. Hilton, the wide receiver for the Cowboys, also said that he expresses his confidence in being able to make some if need be. But, the Cowboys kicker was 1 of 5 last week. This dude was missing every single extra point after touchdowns that Dak Prescott was super frustrated. He showed it on the sideline whenever the camera would go to him, man. It was crazy. But yeah, I think yeah. Oh shit. Whoops. So like Corey said, I think we can settle for field goals just because of that. I don't think they have a set kicker over there for Dallas. But yeah, of course we do want to go for touchdowns. And number three is pressure Dak and contain those lanes. Exactly.
Yep,
Tommy
I
Huxley's
agree.
been paying attention to the channel this week.
Mhm. Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, get pressure on that, make him weary,
Mm.
and he would turn over the ball. I seen that his stats he already turned over 11 times.
You know what? Well, Randy Daytona has a great point here. He says, "Why don't teams put a body on Kelsey? He's open 100% of the time." That's exactly what I'm saying, man. It's because teams are so scared to play man coverage against the Chiefs. They're mostly playing zone almost 100% of the time because they want to keep everything in front of them. They don't want to give up the big plays. But Andy Reid is consistently scheming up guys like Kelsey open in the zones, man. And that's all Kelsey's doing. That's why he doesn't impress me at all whatsoever. He's not doing the things that George Kittle does. He's not anywhere near as good as George Kittle, man. So um
Yeah,
like I said, it's because they're not playing man coverage and they're just letting him sit in zones, and that's pretty
yeah,
much it.
yeah. He
Uh,
don't block like George Kittle. George
yeah,
Kittle blocks real good. He takes pride in his block.
better route runner, better hands pass catcher. Stevo Supremo says we will have two pickaroonies. Only Jimmy and Emmanuel ruled out. Yeah, man, I could see it. I call, hot take is one of those interceptions is going to be by Jimmy Ward. So that's my hot take. We'll see if Tayshawn Gibson or Hafunga could get themselves one too. Mooney Ward would be great. I forget who said it. Somebody said their hot take is I think it was Dion from Niner Gang podcast said he can see 5 picks. I think it was him.
Mhm.
It was a hot take though. Just predicting something that would be wild, but maybe you would hope would happen.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get off and I gotta get dressed and stuff.
All right, Corey.
Um, please, people, come to my channel. You find me at Corey Davis. Subscribe to me, and also make sure you hit the like button on Not a Game Webcast. Hit that like button. Get them all the likes and subscribe if you haven't.
Yes, sir. Corey's
And
Davis name is on the screen. That's where you can search him up on YouTube. He does the weekly pick'ems and stuff like that. Post game hangout. So you guys go check him out and sub him up. Thanks for coming, Corey. Good to hear from you, man.
all right, have a good one.
All
Go
right, take care.
Niners.
Go Niners. All right, guys. Let's get into some of these comments real quick. Jaguayo says if we can get 15 to 20 snaps for Kinlaw, that will help versus the run. Just shut down Pollard and Zeke and get after Dak. Yeah, I think, especially, Kinlaw is going to be big in the first half. If we can get Kinlaw to play that many snaps early in the game and make, like I said, get an early lead on the Cowboys and make them one-dimensional in the first half so that we don't have to worry about guys like Kinlaw in the second half. He can get his snaps in his rotation and all that stuff, but we're not going to rely on him so heavily in the second half. So I think that's all going to start in the first half. He came up with a really great run stuff. I think it was last week where he caught up to the running back. I think he caught up to Kenneth Walker from behind and tackled him. So that was Kinlaw. It was really cool, man. So he has some stuff there. Hopefully he can stay healthy. His knee was questionable this week. Got Raphael 5629er is always in here. Thanks for being here, man. He says, "What's up, Niner Gang Wolfcast? What's up, Raphael?" He says, "Like and subscribe." I got my guy John J back stage. 1 second, John J. I'm just gonna get through some of these comments real quick. He says, "Like and subscribe." Yeah, please, everybody, please do that. Santa Clara Era. Hey, that's a cool name. He says, Jags answer back. Yeah, I was gonna check the score right now. I'm gonna let John Jay get on in a second, then check the score. Raphael says, good game at the moment. I think it is, man. A lot of people think that the Jaguars are going to get blown out. I'm trying to get through this quick too, so that everybody could get back to the game. But I think the Jags are going to put up a great fight. It's going to be a close game, even if the Chiefs win. I think. The comeback for the Jaguars last week was a great confidence booster for them, I think. Roy Estrada says, I apologize. It's Wolfcast, not Wolfgang. I have a question. Were you born or watched football when Dwight Clark made the catch? I'm just a little insight. Teams to play during the playoffs. I wasn't. I was born in 92, but even in my early years, I didn't know what the hell was going on. Let's be real about it, man. But no apology needed for the Wolfgang. Everybody says that. They're Niner cast. They call me a bunch of weird stuff. But yeah, I was born in 92. So I'm 30 years old now. There's a lot of things I don't remember from 49er football, but I do remember going to Candlestick Park and stuff. Memory gets better as I get older. But John Jay, how you doing, man? Good to see you in here.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Yeah, so I remember you told me that I should put the name on my channel. So
there you go.
Pretty cool. So yeah, there it is.
There you guys go. You guys, John Jay, you're gonna get to hear a little bit from John Jay today, and he has a really great show pretty much every weekday on the 49ers Ultimate Report. You guys go check him out and sub him up. But what's on your mind today, John Jay? How do you feel?
Nothing much, just a little busy working in the morning. Got home, gonna do a stream on my channel later on during the Eagles and Philadelphia Eagles and Giants game. But I wanted to talk about all this nonsense, these Cowboys fans, how on social media they love to open their mouths and say a lot of things. I don't know if you've been hearing these Cowboys fans.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of streams. I see it going on. One that sticks out to me is somebody called Lil Homie. I know I was going back and forth with him a little bit, but yeah, I've been seeing it everywhere, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everyone's been telling me, yo, you gotta watch this little clip about these little radio hosts from Dallas. Personally, I can care less, what those radio hosts says, but at the end of the day, of course, you don't like the Niners, we don't like you, but once I saw that clip and they say, oh, McCaffrey needs to get hurt, he needs to get a hamstring. I'm like, okay, I don't know why you said that. It's just dumb. And then when they got caught, they all went, oh, Californian soft, yada yada, all those dumb things. That's how they are. At the end of the day, I hope we win, so then we can rub it on all those Cowboys fans' face for talking all that smack.
Well, when it comes to the radio thing, man, yeah, that was definitely uncalled for, out of line, unprofessional, all that type of stuff, man. And it just shows how scared they are, man. They want to talk about because they can say and underestimate our quarterback as much as they want, but they're really showing their fear when they really want CMC to get hurt. And it's like, so you guys think if CMC gets hurt, you guys will be satisfied with that win because you haven't beat us at our best? That's pretty interesting. That's just the sign of a straight fucking mark, bunch of cowards. But like me as a 49er fan, I want to beat the Cowboys at their best. Now, all that being said, I still want to lay the smackdown on Dak Prescott. I'm not wishing he gets hurt. I just want the 49ers to get felt. I want their presence known so that he doesn't feel comfortable in the pocket. So 49ers physical style of football today, physical brand. Let's set the tone physically. And not wishing for anybody to get hurt. I just want the 49ers to smack them in the mouth.
Agreed. And at the end of the day, it's a rival. Like most people, who are very young or just recently joined, watching the 49ers, forget, how heated the rivalry was. And it goes back to the 70s. It wasn't as big as it was in the 90s, in the 70s. Like, 3 years in a row, we were in the playoffs against the Cowboys, 2 conference championship losses and a divisional loss. So, there's a lot of playoff history with the Cowboys. And of course, 1981, like the biggest moment in Niner history, the catch.
Yeah.
Niners had a dynasty, then the Cowboys got better again. And then, they knocked us out a couple of times, and then we finally got that revenge. Got our fifth Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the 2000s, the rivalry kind of disappeared for a little bit because the Niners were not good. The Cowboys were inconsistent. But then, last year and now this year, back-to-back years, we're playing the Cowboys again. And, the rivalry is good. Both teams are good. Tomorrow, I want the Niners to win badly. I really do. I'm not taking the Cowboys, lightly. I am taking them serious. Like, their defense is good. They're up there. But at the end of the day, like I said on my stream yesterday, if they cannot stop McCaffrey, they're going to have a very long day on defense. They're going to have a very long day. And if McCaffrey gets those big plays, Brock Purdy is going to look very comfortable. And I just cannot wait to see what happens tomorrow. Another history will be made in Levi Stadium. And again, I hope I don't, jinx my team. I want the Niners to win really badly. I really, really do. Because I'm tired of these Cowboys on social media telling me, oh, man, look at your wide receivers at practice. They're so slow. They don't care. McCaffrey, in practice. They're giving me a hard time. I don't know how they're finding me, but they're giving me a hard time. So I just want a win so that I can, trash talk.
Yeah, just take the receipts, man. Take those receipts. You keep them. Put them in a drawer. We got Brian Colps in here. He says, hey, guys, Jaguars are looking good. Go Niners. Hell yeah. What's up, Brian? Hope you're doing good today, man. He says, hit the like button, guys. Yeah, please.
Yep.
I would appreciate
What's up, Brian?
that. Jaguayo says, we just have to play aggressive and take it to the Cowboys. The core of our team that played in the Super Bowl are hungry. That's another great point, man, is, this team, the players on this team have gotten let down, gotten so close year in and year out, and they're just, they're not going to let their foot off the gas pedal. So that's why I say come out, set the tone early. Some of these past few games, we've been letting off the gas early, I think, and having to make up for it in the second half. But let's just have an all-out blowout in the first half, and then, second half, we can just handle business and ice the game away.
Yep.
David McNiner's in here. He says, what up? What's up, David McNiner? Bebop Jones. What's up, Bebop?
What's up, Bebop?
AKA Cowboy Angel. Changed his name. Yeah, guys, 4 flames in the comment / question. If you guys could please, that way I can help. It helps sift through the comments and questions faster. We can get through it. David McNiner says, I am not home right now, or I would call in. Yeah, man, whenever you can, no pressure. If we close out the show before you get to call in, if you want me to wait for you, let me know. Brian Culp says, subscribe to Corey Davis' channel. Let's get him to 100 subscribers. Yeah, guys, Corey Davis, his name was on the screen, so you guys go search him on YouTube. John J is fire, says Raphael 5629.
Yeah, I'm fire. Appreciate that.
And let me see. I'm gonna paste the call-in link once again because Brian Culp says call in Wolfcast, drop the link for him. Yeah, I'm dropping the link just in case anybody else would like to call in at some point. Brian Culp says Patrick could be hurt. Ooh. Oh shit. Bomber T says Mahomes for sure got a high ankle sprain. Albert Soto said that shit looked bad, but it looks like he walked off on his own accord. Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta go check out that game.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to make it a quick show too and not get too far into it. But yeah, man. You guys got any other thoughts or questions, comments? Let me see. Hopefully D'Amico Ryans is still on game with this, man, because we know his interviews. He had like 4 interviews this week. That's crazy to me. I would If I were him, I'd probably reject those until after. But I guess supposedly he's really well at managing his time. And this could be game-changing money for him or life-changing money for him, um, for D'Amico Ryans in the future and setting his family up. But do you think it distracted him at all, John Jay?
I I don't think so. Like he still did his duties. He coached.
He said
Uh,
duty.
yeah. So yeah, but like you said, he had four interviews. All of them, were basically Zoom. Like those
Yeah.
online meetings.
Mhm.
So he at this moment is more focused on the playoffs, and then and again, there has not been no coaches yet hired. The Broncos have not hired nobody. They're still interviewing. The Cardinals, they got their general manager. The general manager will finally start to do some interviews. I think the Texans and the Panthers, haven't hired anybody yet. So I think teams are taking their time, and because in most other seasons, we start seeing one or two coaches are already being hired. But I think that they're gonna wait after this weekend before they make their decision. So if the 49ers win, that's just gonna help D'Amico Ryans, get second interviews with the team. So we will see what happens, and all the other coaches as well. Like this, I think this weekend, after this weekend, we're probably gonna start to see some coaches being hired. And but I personally think like maybe after the NFC Championship game, we'll find out what D'Amico wants to do. That's just my opinion, but personally, I think D'Amico did his coaching job, this week, and I think he wants to show that his defense can stop the Cowboys.
Yep. I think so, man. I really think the NFL should change it. Don't allow any interviews till after the Super Bowl. I think it's pretty ridiculous in my opinion. Let teams focus. Just because you're out of the playoffs doesn't mean you have to go and sabotage another team. But yeah, man, good luck to D'Amico Ryans. I hope he sticks around and the 49ers can just give him a really good contract to incentivize him to stick around. This defense is basically his baby, passed down from Robert Saleh. So I'm sure he has ties to it that he doesn't want to let go. But we'll see, man. We'll see how it plays out. Good luck to him, whatever he decides. But first and foremost, D'Amico Ryans, you better have taken care of business and gotten the greatest game plan ever to put the spanking on the Cowboys tomorrow. Um, David McNiner says Mahomes will he'll put some doit on it and get back in.
He always says that.
Put some doit on it. Yeah.
Well, like
go ahead.
I know you said this will be a quick show. I just want to hop on in here for a quick moment to say what's up and everyone in the chat. I'm gonna go watch the rest of the game and I'm gonna get ready for my stream later this evening. But thanks for always having me on, man.
Yeah, John Jay. Here. You guys go check out John Jay once again, 49ers Ultimate Report. Drop him a subscription and some likes. Tune into his live podcast, guys. John Jay, thanks as always, man. Always great having you, bro. Have
You
a
too,
great
man.
day.
You have a good rest of your day.
Go Niners. All right. Steve-O Supremo says, did anybody see Shannon Sharp beefing at the NBA game? I didn't. I don't know what happened. Uh-oh. One thing I guess we could touch on before we close out is Jerry Jones. He expects Dak Prescott will run a lot versus the 49ers. I'm curious to see whether this is just mind games, because I think it's pretty well spread, well known around the league that the 49ers struggle against mobile quarterbacks. So, we'll see, man. The 49ers, regardless, have to be prepared for it. But the thing that I'm going to look forward to is because Dak Prescott, he's pretty good at throwing on the run as well. If you guys didn't watch the Cowboys Buccaneers game last week, Dak Prescott had a really nice touchdown rolling to his left, throwing on the run to Dalton Schultz in the end zone. I think it was about a 20-yard throw on a line. So it was pretty damn nice, man. So he can hurt us with his legs, but he can also throw on the run, which is worrisome. but we'll see how it pans out, man. I think one of the great things we got to do today or tomorrow in that game is keep contain, gap, discipline, and get at the quarterback, man. Blitz, I don't care who you got to get in there. 5 defensive linemen, Fred Warner on a blitz, Hafunga on a blitz, Jimmy Ward on a blitz. I don't care if it's Diamador Lenore, man. Just get after the damn quarterback. Put Dak Prescott in the ground. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any more comments or questions. I know everybody's probably busy watching playoffs right now. I just wanted to go on real quick and get a show in before the game at some point, because I probably won't be able to do a pre-game show tomorrow because I want to watch the rest of the playoffs. I think it's Bills and Bengals tomorrow before the Niners, I believe. But yeah, guys, I think that's it. I think we're good. I think everybody has a pretty good overall feel for how the game's going to go tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. Everybody have a great day. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Go Niners, man. Everybody take care.